top. Oh yeah.
A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy.
And I ain't got shame, that's just me being frank. I invested in myself like a shark, no tank. I made it through the weeds like Nancy, no dank. To the day I get a Grammy saying who I wanna thank. If y'all ain't talking dope, then y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip-hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me, but my lines burn after reading like Bradley. Hate it or love it,
but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah.
A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show.
Stayed around the stew like Dill. Bet I could put you in your place like Phil. Call Miss Keaton, I'm going for the kill. Tim Taylor flows, y'all people know the drill. Or act out of character, yeah, that's American crime. Y'all like Peralta only going 9-9. I give 100%, I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time.
Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah.
A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the show.
I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was moving prime time. Then I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good.
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist.
No, they're
just based off his look.
They're edge. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. Got a pretty good show planned for today. Gonna talk some NFL. I'm gonna give out my NFL power rankings. Talk about Urban Meyer, rumors that he's gonna be leaving to go to USC. Talk a little bit of baseball. I'll give you guys my picks that I gave out on Easy Money this morning. All right, before we get started, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us for that. We're giving out winners for free. Also, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with this show, GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can find both those shows, Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, in podcast form on Anchor Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker Cast, Pocket Cast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Follow us on social media. That's where we post everything. We post all of our picks on there, all of our information about the show, big announcements, all that stuff, all gets posted on social media. Follow us Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. You can find me at Twitter at Chris Gonzalez, at Gonzalez Sports, or on Facebook at Chris D. Gonzalez. Also, check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content on there. If you're a pro wrestling fan, we have some... About a month ago, we broadcasted live from a pro wrestling event. That whole show's on our YouTube page. Also, we got it broke down into matches. Go check that out. It was a DCCW event, Summer Shakedown. It's a independent wrestling company right here in Muncie, Indiana. Speaking of that, they have a big show coming up. We're going to be there broadcasting it live. But come out and check out this show. It's an awesome show. You don't want to miss this show on October 3rd. DCCW presents Harvest Havoc 3. Former WWE superstar Gangrel is going to be there. He's going to take on the DCCW world champion Sam Knight in a casket match. Also, you're going to have WWE legend The Boogeyman will be there. He'll be taking on the King, Mitch Taylor. Also, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi is also going to be in the house. Plus, you're going to have a tag team championship match with the highlight reel versus Chris and Corey Storm. That's going to be that's another big match. Then you have Terry Coondog, and the ladies' man Mike King versus JKO and the Skull Crusher in a kendo stick match. So you don't want to miss this show. Tickets are going fast. VIP front row tickets have already sold out. I've been told there's only a few of the second row VIP left. And then after that, all that'll be left will be the general admission. Second row VIP tickets are $35. That includes a second row seat. You get in an hour early. So instead of getting in at 4 when the doors open, you get in at 3 to get your meet and greet with the superstars. You'll have a picture. They'll have them on it. They'll sign that. If there's anything else you'd like to get signed, they will do that, but it'll be an additional fee. And then you got the general admission tickets. Doors open at 4, bell times at 5. General admission tickets for $15. If you need tickets, contact Terry Coondog. You get a hold of the ladies' man Mike King. You can get tickets at Byrider. You can get a hold of myself. I can get you tickets. Greek's Pizza on McGalliard is also a ticket outlet. So there's a lot of ways you can get tickets. If you need to get them, just get a hold of somebody on social media or go out to Byrider or Greeks and pick up your tickets. All right, now let's talk some football news. Now, Oh no, we got one more thing. One more thing I got to get out there before we move on. Is our merch store. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports /merch. We just had a new t-shirt drop on Monday. The Steve is Missing shirt. Go check that out. There's also a bunch of other shirts on there. We got just dropped beanies last week. We have hats, hoodies. There's also a donation page at that same link if you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow. We'd appreciate that as well. But all right, now let's get to football. Or no, before we get to football, today in Major League Baseball is Roberto Clemente Day. It's a player that should always be remembered. The MLB is now allowing more players to wear the 21. They were only allowing like the Caribbean-born players to wear 21 up till this year. Now they're letting more people wear it, which I think is an awesome idea. But throughout the day today in Major League Baseball, you'll see stuff about Roberto Clemente, and it should be a day that's celebrated. They said that for now on, the 15th of September is always going to be Roberto Clemente Day. So I wanted to get that out there before we went on with. But now let's talk some football. USC fired their coach, Helton, earlier this week. And now it's coming out that there's reports from a source that I think is a pretty good source, Michael Lombardi, former NFL GM, and also has a few Super Rings as a consultant with New England. He tweeted out that it's not a coincidence that that the same day that USC fired their coach Helton so quick, because rumor is that Urban Meyer isn't liking the NFL, and rumor is that he's going to leave Jacksonville and go to USC, take the head coaching job there. If he does, I don't think it'll be like now. I think it'll be later on. Give a shout out to Wilson Edwardsson for the follow. We appreciate it. But yeah, that he's going to leave Jacksonville to go to USC. If it does happen, I think he'll leave at the end of the season. I don't see him walking out in the middle of the season. There's also been talk that Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, is going to be one of the front runners for that USC job for next season. I can see that happening probably before Meyer. Well, maybe at the end of the season, Meyer might go, but Meyer's not going to go quick. But to me, for them to fire their coach that quick, I would have to think that they already had a plan. That's what makes me think that Urban Meyer might be leaving. Because why would they fire their coach after 2 games, not even give him a chance to see how this season goes after they decided to keep him, if they didn't have a plan already? Or maybe that coach had just burned all his bridges. Maybe there's stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Yeah, but the report is that that's where Meyer's going. That's why USC got rid of their coach, because they think that Meyer's unhappy and there's an opportunity to get him. We'll see. I mean, I can see it happening, but I would think it would happen at the end of the season. I'd be real surprised if he left in the middle of the season. Now, I hope he does, because that'll give us a lot more to talk about and all that stuff. But I just don't see it happening in the middle of the season. I mean, man, it could, though. Is Urban Meyer that kind of dude who's just going to quit that easy? And you know how much heat he'll take from the media? Say he leaves Jacksonville in like 2 weeks. He coaches say he coaches 2-3 games, and he leaves, and he gets announced as USC head coach. Won't the media bury him? Talking about how things got hard and he quit and all this stuff. You know they're going to bury him, because a lot of people think the only reason he left when he did was because he was cheating at Ohio State and breaking some rules. So he left and just to that kind of go away and to kind of try to save the Ohio State football from a bunch of sanctions and all the shit that he would have going on because of that. And then now he's in the NFL, and all of a sudden you're hearing rumors and reports that he's not happy with the way the NFL works and that he's wanting to go back to college football. Then all of a sudden, USC, which was a big time program, they're trying to rebuild to get back to the glory days like they were. They haven't been up there the last few years. Or they have to know something they'd have to know something for things to go down the way they did. At least I would think so. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I'm going to give Meyer the benefit of the doubt and say that if he does leave, he'll at least wait till the end of the season, that he won't be just like, fuck it, and leave after 3 games. Fuck it, I'm out of here. I don't like this shit. I want to go back to college where I can control everything. You don't have as much control in the NFL as you do college. College, you get to recruit all your players. NFL, it depends on who the GM drafts for you. It's not, you don't have that full out control like you do in college. And that could be a hard transition for these guys that's coached in college and have had a lot of success in college and have had all the control and do everything their way. Well, then they get in the NFL and you don't have all that control because you don't get to recruit all your players. You got a salary cap. You're dealing with grown men, not college kids. You're dealing with guys that make more money than you do and have been in the NFL longer. You have no NFL experience. So how do the players respect Meyer? Could that be a problem in Jacksonville? Could the players in Jacksonville look at Meyer, man, this college coach coming here trying to boss us around, thinking he knows everything, blah, blah, blah. Or has it been a pretty good transition? That's something we don't know. How do the players feel about Urban? But I don't think Urban's going to leave in the middle of the season. I think he'll at least wait till the end of the season if he does leave. But I know today in a press conference, Urban Meyer was asked about going to USC, and he said there's no chance that he's going to USC, that he's committed to building a team in Jacksonville. But of course he's going to say that. He has to say that. I mean, he came out there, said all the right things, but just because he said all the right things doesn't mean there ain't shit going on behind the scenes. What's he supposed to say? Yeah, I want to go to USC. No, he can't come out and say that. Because then if something happens and he don't, then he's done alienated himself from from Jacksonville owner, the GM, the team. I mean, hell, his players. You think them players are going to respect him if he comes out, says he's leaving, and then something happens and he don't, and he's still there? I mean, I kind of question how much they really respect him now, let alone if that would happen. I mean, think of some of the stuff that's happened since he's been there. He hired a questionable guy as a strength coach and then had to get rid of him because he took heat for it. Brought in Tebow to try out at tight end, took some heat for that. I think that's really the only reason Tebow didn't end up making the team, is because he was taking heat for it. And he knew if he kept him, that's all people were going to talk about all season. And he could have, and that could even alienated away from the players more. So I'm real interested in how this plays out. But we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens there. All right, we're going to take a short break, then we're going to come back, talk some more NFL. We're going to talk my NFL power rankings. I got the top 20 power rankings. We'll dig into that. Then I'll give out my picks of the day that I gave out this morning on Easy Money. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes. Enjoy these clips off our YouTube page while we take a short break. Please hit the follow buttons, the like buttons. Go to YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate it. But hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. Enjoy this clip. Come on, Miley. Be awesome. It'd be awesome to sit here and watch a Reds pitcher throw a no hitter, dude. Here we go. Last time there was a no hitter in Cleveland was 2011. There's only been 4 no hitters versus the Indians in Cleveland. There's only been 4. And the last one was in 2011.
Fourth round, here they go. They were coming out swinging.
Oh,
Shit.
Archuleta swinging. Archuleta with a shot. Pettis with a good whizzer.
Oh, they got Pettis too, but they got Archuleta winning that last round.
I have it 2-1. Miley with first pitch is a ball. Going for a no-hitter here. Facing the 9-hitter. But you play with a DH here.
Oh, shit. Get it.
1 out.
Let's go.
Got a fly ball to Castellanos. Yeah, because they do DH in this game because they're playing in Cleveland. Got 4 minutes left in round 4 of the fight.
You need a takedown. There.
Ooh, Archuleta with a... Ooh,
But he
nice
got back up.
defense.
He can't get him down.
Wow, that was nice
God
defense.
damn.
That was a hell of a whizzer, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Come on, Miley. You're 2 outs away from a no-hitter. Let's go. Strike 1. About 3.5 minutes left in the.
Right.
I was gonna say, give it to him, man. That's
Give it to
Yeah.
me.
yes, you got to.
Ooh! Oh,
Oh,
shit! Pettis with the big right. Not the fuck, dude. That was a big one.
Strike
Oh yeah, rug him up.
1 out away.
That was a beautiful pitch, dude. Right at the bottom of the zone. Come on, one more.
These dudes are just
Dude,
exchanging.
that was a
dude.
nasty pitch, dude. Look at that. Look at that pitch.
Money.
That's nasty. Right on the corner. 81 miles
You
per
better
hour.
be swinging because
Oh,
I'm
you got
giving it
yeah.
to
That's
him.
too close to take.
Pettis going for a
Pettis
takedown.
almost had a takedown.
They've both been having good defense
Wade,
on the
Wade Miley
takedown.
1 out away from a no hitter. Strike 1.
Dude, he is.
Inside part of the plate.
He's on. He's
dude,
in
he's
the
painting
zone.
the corners.
He's in his fucking
Yeah,
zone.
he's painting all the corners and the Blues just ringing him up. He's like, look, you guys ain't been hitting this dude all game.
Come on. Ball inside.
But I was just
Archuleta
like,
with the left.
Just trying to get the game over.
Come on.
Oh, good God, dude. These dudes are just taking hits.
Come on.
there it is.
No hitter. Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Wade Miley with a no hitter.
Damn.
Reds win 3-0. That's fucking awesome.
Got the Reds fans.
Ah.
Damn. Wow. We just witnessed that.
Yes, dude. That's only the 5th time the Indians have been no-hitted in Cleveland. Last time was
Dude,
He's lucky.
Dude,
he didn't fully connect
dude.
with that.
that uppercut was going to be nasty.
Let's talk about some of the NBA last night. Last night, Denver Nuggets beat the Portland Trail Blazers 126-115 to advance to the next round of the playoffs. Nuggets will play the Suns in the second round. But last night, Jokic had 36 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. Porter Jr. had a big game, which Denver needed that to be able to win that game. Porter Jr. had 26 points. Lillard had 28 points. McCollum had 21. But Trailblazers looked tired toward the end of that game. I don't know if it was because part of it had to be because you just had that double overtime game 2 days before, but Denver did too. Portland just don't have enough around Lillard. I mean, McCollum's a decent number 2, but they need another star, and I don't think I don't know how long is Lillard going to stick around and be dedicated. I know he put out a tweet today with the Nipsey Hussle quote saying, I wrote it down where it was. How long should I stay dedicated? So I think he's starting to put some signs out that he might be out of Portland. Portland's going to have to they're going to have to break that team up, make some big changes, and bring another star in to try to, if they want to keep Damian Lillard. You're not going to find another Lillard. Lillard's, in my opinion, probably a top 5 player in the league right now. You're not going to find another Lillard. He's clutch. Hell, in that double overtime game, dude had 55 points. But he just didn't get enough help from the rest of the team. And now he's putting out tweets about how long should I stay dedicated. I think the Blazers are going to have to make some big moves. Big moves. If they want to keep if they're going to keep Lillard around. Because if not, he's going to be asking for a trade, trying to get to one of these other teams where he has a chance to win. He wants to win. He's not happy just making the playoffs. He wants to win a chip. He ain't going to win a chip if he's with the guys they have. That's why he said last night, he said, we got beat in the first round, so that means we wasn't good enough. He said, I don't know. All right, welcome back to GSR Gonzo Sports Room, Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. We're going to jump right back in and talk some more football, but real quick before we do that, don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be live on Thursday tomorrow. Special edition of GSR live at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have a pro wrestler from DCCW. The ladies' man Mike King is going to be live in studio with us. You don't want to miss this interview. It's going to be a big show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. He's been a professional wrestler for like 16, 17 years. It's going to be a great conversation. He's a real cool dude. Can't wait till tomorrow. Make sure you join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern for that. All right. Let's jump right back into football. We just got done talking about is Urban Meyer going to leave to go to USC? There's been reports that suggest that. The guys that, coming from Michael Lombardi, that's a pretty good source. He's well connected, but we'll see more on that. Urban Meyer comes out in press conference today and said there's no chance of that happening. But, he has to say that. What's he supposed to come out and say? Yeah, I'm going. They're saying all the right things, but that doesn't mean that's what's happening. So we'll see. Now I want to talk about who was the biggest surprise or who maybe was the most impressive in week one. To me, I'd have to go with I'd have to go with the New Orleans Saints. And the reason I say the Saints is losing Drew Brees, a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's been there forever. And has always been a big part of that team and that offense. How are they going to look without him? During the offseason, Peyton said that it was that there was an open competition and battle for the starting QB spot between Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. And a lot of people thought he was going to go with Hill over Winston. I was hoping he was going to go with Winston, give Winston a shot. Because I think Winston has the ability, has the talent to be an elite quarterback in the NFL. He was good in Tampa. He just turned the ball over a lot. But Winston won the starting job. So I was real interested in how he was going to look in week one. Because in Tampa, his last season in Tampa, he threw 30 interceptions or 32 interceptions or whatever. But he threw for over 5,000 yards and almost 40 touchdowns as well. So, he has talent. And he was in Bruce Arians' system. If you look, most quarterbacks throw more interceptions when they're in Bruce Arians' system. He's a no risk it, no biscuit guy. He's going to take chances. But me personally, I think the best thing that happened for Winston was to go to New Orleans and have the ability to sit there all last season and learn from Sean Payton, Drew Brees, and these guys, and learn. You don't have to be Superman. Just protect the ball. Don't turn the ball over. and you'll be fine. You got a decent defense. You got weapons. I got one of the best running backs in the league with Kamara. You can get Kamara the ball so many different ways. So, and they came out and they just mollywopped the Packers. Winston threw for 5 touchdowns, looked real good. I know it's only one game, so you don't want to overreact too much, but they were impressive. So Saints were probably the most impressive team to me. Winston was probably one of the more impressive players to me just because he was a backup last year, getting a chance to start and come out first game and just light it up. And it wasn't like they're playing, excuse me, and it wasn't like they're playing a team that we expect to be like a scrub team. I mean, they were playing Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I mean, most people thought the Packers was going to go in there and win. I mean, I did. I picked the Packers. Of course, I was wrong on that. So to me, the Saints was the most impressive team in Week 1. Which QB looked more impressive in Week 1? You had Mac Jones playing down in New England, got the start. Zach Wilson started for the Jets. Fields came in and played a few plays here and there for the Bears. Trevor Lawrence had a rough first game with the Jaguars. I would say probably Mac Jones. That's who I would probably say. Mac Jones played pretty consistent. Almost fumbled the ball at the beginning, but other than that, he played pretty solid. Zach Wilson didn't play bad, but I think Mac Jones, to me, just looked like he had a little more control of the offense. I think Jones felt a little more comfortable. Plus, Jones has better weapons around him than what Wilson does at this time. Another big story in the NFL right now is who should the Bears start at quarterback? They started Dalton Week 1. Dalton didn't play terrible. They didn't play great. They brought in Fields for a few plays. Fields had some success. And now the conversation, this conversation was going on before this as well. Just kind of fueled it a little bit more on that the Bears should go ahead and start Fields now, or are they doing the right thing by sitting him? Well, here's where I stand on it. If you're going to sit him, sit him. If you're going to sit him, be fully committed to Dalton, and however the season goes, it goes, and bring Fields in next season. But if you're going to bring him in each game to run 2 or 3 plays, 3 or 4 plays here and there, name him the starter, make Dalton your backup, and go on and see what you got. Because it don't make sense to say, oh, we're setting him until we know he's ready, but then you're putting him out there for 2 or 3 plays. You're putting him out there some. So if you don't think he's ready, why are you putting him out there? If you think he's ready, and to me the Bears think he's ready, or he wouldn't be out there playing some, then you start him. If you don't think he's ready yet, keep him out, let him learn behind Dalton for a year, then bring him in. Either way is fine, but this mix going back and forth stuff isn't good for your team. Your team has to know who the starting quarterback is. Not if you keep bringing Fields in and say he has a little success on the 4 or 5 plays that he comes in, and then Dalton struggles a little bit, then you're going to have all the fans yelling for Fields to come in. Plus, you might divide your locker room. You might get guys in the locker room that start saying, oh, we have a better chance with Fields to win than what we do with Dalton. And then you have the guys that are on Dalton's side. Then you're causing conflict in your own locker room, all because you can't decide who you want to be your starter. Just name a starter and stick with it. But all right, that's about all I got on that because I'm just going to get more fired up. Because to me, the problem with the Bears isn't the biggest problem with the Bears isn't their quarterback. Yes, they've had a problem. fuck, for as long as I can remember, the Bears have never had a franchise quarterback. But to me, the biggest problem with the Bears right now is Matt Nagy. I'm not sold on Matt Nagy as a coach. I think his offensive system is trash. This dude wants to run a double reverse on 3rd and 1 instead of just, if you're going to run the ball, run the fucking ball vertically. It's 3rd and 1. Why? It just tries too many, to me, gadget plays, and I just don't like his offensive system. Honestly, I think Trubisky's a better quarterback than why he showed there the whole time in the Bears. And I think a lot of the problem was Nagy, the offensive system. You got to build your offense around your quarterback, what your quarterback does well, what his weaknesses are, what his strengths are, all that. You can't build your offense around you and the way you want to see it. You got to build your offense around the weapons you have and the quarterback you have, and your job as a coach is to put them in the best position to be prepared and have a chance to win that game. To me, Nagy's more worried about, it has to be his offensive system. That way, when they win, he gets all the credit because he's an Andy Reid guy, so everybody thinks he's an offensive genius. Well, he wants all the credit when he wants to win and him get all the credit. Let somebody else call the fucking offense. And you have no influence in it. Let an offensive coordinator call the offense and name a starting quarterback. But, yeah, I think the biggest problem is Matt Nagy and maybe even that GM Pace. I mean, look, I don't know. You move up to get Trubisky. They gave up on Trubisky so quick. It just didn't make no sense. They were, 5-1 last year, and they benched him? I don't know. Like I said, I don't care for Nagy anyway. Before we get to the power rankings, let's talk some Colts. Some Colts versus the Rams this Sunday. And some of the keys to the Colts coming out with a victory. It is a home game again for the Colts. First thing, offensive line has to play better. If we can't protect Wentz and give him time to get the ball down the field, we're going to struggle. And it's weird because that's what everybody thought was the strength of the Indianapolis Colts. And as you can tell from all the stuff behind me here, that we're big Colts fans here at Gonzo'S Sports Room. But I'm also going to be a little honest too. Everybody expected for the Colts defense to be good. We had a top 10 defense last year. Really didn't lose a whole lot of people. So we thought for sure, you know what I mean? I'm thinking we're all defense. Everybody kept saying, Carson Wentz never had a defense and offensive line like this. And then game one, our defense goes out there, plays terrible. Secondary plays terrible in the first half. They did play better in the second half. And then the offensive line can't block. Wentz is running for his life. Wentz made some plays. Wentz didn't play a bad game. The Colts didn't lose that game because of Carson Wentz. We lost that game because the offensive line couldn't protect. Our secondary didn't play well, especially in the first half. And Frank Reich made some questionable decisions. That's why we lost week 1. Now here in week 2, we have the Rams who have what's their strength of their defense? Defensive line. So if the offensive line don't step up and play, it's going to be a long day for the Colts and Carson Wentz. Because Aaron Donald and that defensive line are going to pin their ears back and just come. Especially if they know the offensive line can't stop them. So the offensive line has to step up, play better. Defense, our secondary has to play better, especially in the first. You got to play like they at least got to play like they did in the second half and the first half. In the first half, man. I mean, fuck, Russell Wilson had all the time in the world back there. He could have laid down and took a fucking nap. We couldn't get no pressure on him. And then our secondary just, I don't know, we looked lost at times. Then Frank Reich, like I said, with some of his decisions. But for the Colts to beat the Rams, I think The biggest key is going to be the Colts' offensive line. Can they protect Wentz against this real good defensive Rams front? And then the other key is going to be our defense. Because Stafford looked good in that game, and the Rams throw the ball down the field, so our secondary is going to get tested. So, to me, the two areas that have to play a lot better for the Colts to have a chance to beat the Rams this weekend is the offensive line and the secondary. I didn't think Wentz played bad. I thought some of the young receivers stepped up and made some plays. Zach Pascal looked good. Paris Campbell made some plays. Even the rookie Strong made a real nice catch on the opening drive of the game. But all right, I just want, hey, like I said, we're a big Colts fan, so I wanted to talk about that for a minute. But the Colts are going to have to come to play. Like I said, Stafford looked good in McVay's offense week 1. Rams have a good defense. Only question you might have be the running game just because they lost Akers, but Henderson is not no slouch. So, but we'll see how it goes. I think the Colts can beat them. I think the Colts are going to be contenders this year. I mean, that was just one game. I don't expect the offensive line and the secondary to play that bad every game. So I'll look for us to step up. But all right, now let's get to. We'll go through my NFL power rankings. I ranked my top 20 teams as of week 2 of this NFL season. I didn't get the week 1 out there last week because we were busy, had a lot going on and forgot to do it. So we're doing it this week. All right. At number 20, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I just don't think the Ravens offense is built if they get behind. I know they did add some weapons. Turnovers killed them against trying to think who they played now. Damn, I drew a blank. Yeah, turnovers hurt them in their first game. Raiders. Yeah. In the first game against the Raiders, turnovers killed Baltimore. At 19, I have the Raiders. I like the Raiders' offense, but their defense is. I don't think their defense is good enough. Derek Carr played a hell of a game in week 1. They ended up coming back and beating Baltimore after being down by like 14 in the first half. I think they were down 14 at halftime. Came back. No, they were down by 10 at halftime because of some coaching decisions. I thought John Harbaugh messed up the time situation there at the end of the first half and ended up letting them get a field goal. The Raiders get a field goal and cut into the lead and feel a little better about themselves going into the second half. But turnovers, especially a couple fumbles by Lamar Jackson, was the difference in that game. At 18, I have the Dolphins. I'm just not sold on Tua. I think the Patriots and the Bills are going to be ahead of them in that division. At 17, I have Tennessee. Tennessee didn't play well at all in week 1, which was a big surprise to me. I thought Tennessee was going. I mean, hell, they've been good the last 2 years. I expected them to come out and put up a lot better showing than what they did. At 16, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the lack of a running game is what's going to hold the Steelers back. That's why I don't have them ranked higher. They did beat the Bills in week 1. This is a nice win. But I have Pittsburgh at 16. Then at 15, I have the New England Patriots. I think the Patriots are improved. I think Mac Jones is going to keep improving each week. I think Daniels and Belichick are going to get Jones in the best situations to help him out. I like the Patriots. Patriots got a few weapons now. I have the Patriots at 15. 14, I have the Dallas Cowboys. Dak played well, but everybody wants to talk, Dallas gave Tampa Bay all they wanted. That was a close game. It was a close game because Tampa Bay made mistakes and kept the Cowboys in the game. You get that many turnovers. You get that many turnovers in a game and you lose. That's what people should be talking about. Well, Tampa Bay have 3-4 turnovers. Tampa Bay had 3 or 4 turnovers, and they lost. And Dallas might have turned the ball over once. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Dallas had 3 or 4 turnovers and still lost that game. And everybody's, oh, Dallas barely lost to Tampa Bay. Dallas blew that. Tampa Bay made mistakes that kept Dallas in that game. If Tampa Bay plays a clean game, that game's not close. So I got Dallas at 14. At 13, I have the Indianapolis Colts. I know the Colts lost. Excuse me. It's the Seattle Seahawks game 1. Colts have one of the toughest schedules here in the first 5 weeks. Colts could have won that. I still think the Colts can beat Seattle. Colts didn't play very good. I didn't think Frank Reich had a real great day either. I thought Wentz played well. Like I said earlier, Colts offensive line. And then the secondary in the first half really struggled. At 12, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. I like Herbert. They pulled out a big win over the weekend. I think defensively they're getting better. I'd go with the Chargers at 12. 11, I have the Arizona Cardinals. They brought in A.J. Green, brought in J.J. Watt, brought in some pieces, trying to improve. Looked real good week 1. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. Arizona looked dominant. Murray looked comfortable. I have Arizona at 11. At 10, I have the Green Bay Packers. I know the Packers got blown out by the Saints by like 35 points. But I don't think that's the team they are. I think they just played a bad game. Didn't come out with the energy that they should have. I'll look for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play that bad every week. I mean, that's one of the worst games he's had in like how long? I'll look for the Packers to bounce back. Have the Bills at 9. I think the Bills are going to be a good team. I think they're going to be competing between them and the Patriots for their division. Bills lost a tough game there in week 1, letting the Steelers come back and win that game. At 8, I have the Arizona Cardinals. So I messed up. I put Arizona twice. But no, I want Arizona at 8. I'll have to look back through and decide who I'm going to add. But Arizona's at 8. At 7, we have the San Francisco 49ers. The thing about the Arizona, the 49ers, the Seahawks is they're all in the same damn division, so they beat up on each other. So I like the 49ers. I think if Jimmy G stays healthy, and if the 49ers can stay healthy, they've had a lot of injury problems the last couple of years. 49ers are going to be a contender, so I have them at 7. At 6, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle looked good against the Colts, even though I think the Colts are capable of beating them. At 5, we got the Cleveland Browns. Browns blew the game against the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs. I think there's a good chance the Browns are in the AFC Championship game this season. Also, at 4, I like the New Orleans Saints. Like I said, Saints impressed me. Look good defensively, look good offensively. Jameis Winston played well. Are they going to play that good every game? Probably not, but I like the Saints. At 3, I have the Rams. I thought Stafford came right in, fit in good in McVay's offense. We know what their defense is, especially with when Aaron Donald's there. So I have the Rams at 3. At 2, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs should have lost game 1, but the Chiefs are a good team. I mean, they basically have about the same team they've had the last couple of years. They did revamp their offensive line. And they were able to pull out a win even though they didn't play their best. And then at number 1, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They didn't play great the first game, but they found a way to win. Brady in this offense is going to be a lot more comfortable being the second year there. I think their defense is going to play better than what they did against Dallas. So as of right now, I have Tampa Bay rated as the number one team in my power rankings. Trying to think. Who did I? About Tennessee. Yeah, I'll have to think about and figure out who I want to put at 11 since I had Arizona down twice. That's my mistake. But no, I like Arizona at 8. All right. Before we get out of here, I'll have to think about. I'll have to look through and figure and all my other notes, and I'll fix that. But I'll post those on social media as well. But before we get out of here, give out my picks that I gave out today on Easy Money. I took the Blue Jays money line, the Seattle Mariners money line as home dogs, the Reds money line, the Phillies -1.5, and the Giants money line against the Padres. That's the picks I gave out for Major League Baseball today. All right, before we get out of here for today, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners for free. Also, you can find us live at 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. Both those shows are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Follow us on social media. That's where we post all of our announcements, all of our new merch, all of our everything's on social media. Go check us out at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Also, go check out our YouTube page. Don't get me wrong, we appreciate you watching on Facebook, Twitch, however you watch. But go over to YouTube, check out that page. We got a lot of content on there. Please hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook and Twitch, please hit the follow button, the like button. Also, don't forget, tomorrow we're going to have a special edition of GSR at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with pro wrestler from DCCW, the ladies' man, Mike King. This dude's been in the wrestling business for a long time. He's a good dude. Come join us tomorrow. He's going to be live in studio. We'll be live at 5 p.m. Eastern for that. Come out and support your local talent. Also, you can find GSR and Easy Money, a sports betting show, both in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, visit our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports/merch. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies. I got one of the Easy Money t-shirts on today. We just dropped a new t-shirt, the Steve is Missing t-shirt. Go check that out. We also have a donation page at that link if you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow. We'd greatly appreciate that as well. You can find that link in the video description, or it's also going across the bottom of the screen in the ticker. And one more time, it is streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports/merch. Want to give a shout out to everybody that joined us today. Can't thank you enough for hanging with us. Tell a friend about us. Help us grow. We'd appreciate it. If you can, go hit up that merch store and maybe make a donation. If not, hey, we just appreciate you guys watching. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday. Hope to see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 for Easy Money, a sports betting show. And don't forget, ladies man Mike King will be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Everybody have a great Wednesday. Stay safe. Peace.
Making paper like Michael, I'm feeling like a boss. Never took a break, not Rachel and Ross. They've been too biased, they can get cross. 815, now it's time to get lost. Henny in your system, a system like Dennis. Yes, I found a lane like my last name, Bennis. Going Bill 9, so they can deny. Yes, I've been cooking in a lab like a chemist. Hate it or love it,
But I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah.
a legend is what I'll be. I ain't
Oh,
going
yeah.
nowhere, so you can get to know me.
I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy.
And I ain't got shame, that's just me being frank. I invested in myself like a shark, no tank. I made it through the weeds like Nancy, no dank. To the day I get a Grammy saying who I wanna thank. If y'all ain't talking dough, then y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me. But my lines burn after reading like Bradley. Hate it or love it.
But I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah.
A legend is what I'll be. I ain't
Oh,
going
yeah.
nowhere, so you can get to know me.
I don't care what you have to say. Everything is gonna be okay.
Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Just sit back, enjoy the
Stayed
show.
around the stew like Dill. Bet I could put you in your place like Phil. Call Miss Keaton, I'm going for the kill. Tim Taylor flows, y'all people know the drill. Or act out of character, yeah, that's American crime. Y'all like Peralta only going 9-9. I gave 100%, I got a hunger